they are the one who can definitely help you. At the beginning, I will show you some presentation about the university because I'm pretty sure that you don't know too much about Hungary and about Budapest, or about the university. Yet process just in a short, in a brief information. And of course, if you have any question after the presentation, I can answer and we can discuss it. So let me show you the presentation and let me know if you can see it. Is it okay? Can you see it? Can you see the presentation?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And if it sucks somewhere, please let me know, because sometimes it happens because of the internet connection that I am telling the presentation, just indicate to me that it stopped at the fourth slide, so please go back. So if you cannot see new slides during the presentation, please let me know. So the first important thing, our location. So Budapest and Hungary is almost in the central of Europe. We are a member of the EU, European countries. That you will enter to Hungary with the student visa. You will be a member of the Schengen countries, and the travel is really easy. So that's why we are always recommending that after the graduation, if you would like to find any job.
Sorry, I can't see this. Sorry, I can't see this.
But if most of them can see it, maybe the problem is in your computer. So let me know if you can see, or the others can see, or just you are the only one who cannot see the presentation.
Yes, we can see very clearly.
Yes, we can see very clearly. We can see very clearly.
Okay. So maybe the problem is in your computer, so try to check it. So the first slide, but if you are just listening, I'm telling in words what is in the presentation, so you can get the information as well if you are just listening my presentation. So the first thing, as I mentioned to you, if you will come to Hungary after the graduation, because we are the member of the Schengen countries, it is really, really easy to travel. So you can really easy find a job, not in Hungary, but if you would like to go to any other European countries, in Europe, it's really easy. Our degree is an accredited one, so it means that if you would like to study, let's say, on a master level somewhere else, you will be allowed. You will be eligible because our degree is an accredited one. Hungary is a really safe country. We are always, so it's not just according to us. It is according to the Global Peace Index as well. We are always among the 20 safest countries. If you enter to Hungary, it's important because I have many questions regarding the work facilities or options for the students who are studying at our university. It's true that the Hungarian law allows the student to work, but this is not a full-time job. This is not a work permit. You have to know that you can work in a part-time job besides the classes. 30 hours is allowed in a week for the student. It means that you can earn around 300-400 euro in a month, depending on the company you are working at. You can see that the monthly living cost, the average monthly living cost in Hungary, around 600 and 700 euro per month with accommodation. So you can see that the salary you will get with the part-time job won't cover all the expenses, but of course it could be a help for you during your stay here in Hungary. And after the graduation, as I told you, if you would like to find a job here in Hungary or any other countries in Europe, you can extend the residency permit and you can stay in Hungary for 9 months longer, and you can apply for a job. We have a career center in the university building with many contracted partners companies, international big companies, and of but our careers can help you to find it. Can be a part-time job, can be a job after the graduation, or for the summer period when, of course, the university is closed and you don't want to go back, let's say, to Bangladesh, you would like to stay here in Hungary, of course, we can help you find a job for the summer period as well. About the university, we are the biggest private university in Budapest. It means that we have around 7,000 students altogether, so it means that with the Hungarian student as well. But we have around 20 English-speaking programs. So, of course, for our international student, we have around 20 programs which is taught in English. Our degree, as I told you, an accredited one. So if you would like to study further at any European universities, you can get this option because our degree will be accepted. We are the member of the Erasmus Mobility Plus program. It's really important. It is an exchange program. It means that from the second year, so it's important that you have to complete the first year at our university, but from the second year, you can go and study any of our partner universities. The Metropolitan University has more than 200 partner universities in this Erasmus Mobility Cooperation. And it's no matter which university you will go, you have to pay the same tuition fees as you would pay here at our university. So I think this is a really good option for you to meet and to visit a new and explore a new culture, a new country during their education. We can offer bachelor and master programs for our students in art and business related. We have art and business related programs. So our two major is art and business. And you can see that how our international students are divided. So who are our main sender countries? We have many students from China, from Turkey, from Azerbaijan, from the post-Soviet region, from Africa. But of course, Bangladesh is growing and growing thanks to Study First Info. So you have a really, really big community here in Budapest. So you won't be without friends. Of course, the students who are already studying here, they can help you when you arrive, but of course your agency as well. So you can contact anytime Study First Info while you are in Hungary. But we have older students who are already studying here from Bangladesh. Of course, they can help you during or at the beginning of your arrival. So when you arrive, of course, everything will be new, the culture, the city, the university. And of course, in this case, it's really important if there is somebody from your country and they can help you to get used to the city and of course the education. It's really important that we have a cooperation with Arizona State University. Arizona State University is among the top universities all over the world. So in the ranking system, they are among the 1%, which means that they are one of the top universities. They have many programs, but opportunities will have our students. So now it seems that you can join to their programs. Online programs, of course, you can collect credits. Some of these programs will be free of charge. Some of these, of course, will be a paying program. But when you will be here at the university, of course, you will continuously inform that what programs are available. And of course, if it's free or payable, there will be shorter programs, 1 month programs, 1 semester programs, and all of these programs are online programs. So you can join and can collect credits and a certificate at the end of this. Let's say, completing the program they are offering. And the other option is the double degree. It means that you have to complete 3 years at our university, and then you can transfer to Arizona State University and spend 1 year there. Or, of course, you can complete this extra 1 year at Arizona State University online as well. The price will be, of course, it's a little bit higher when you would like to stay there in person. And of course, lower if you would like to complete this extra year online. About our universities, the education system, we have a my-brand education system. It means that the students are in focus. We have rather mentors instead of teachers and professors. They will help you to find what you are good at. They will help to improve your skills till the end of the education. The classes are small ones, so it between 15 and let's say 20, 25 students. So you will complete many teams work, many portfolio works, many project works. At the end of the education system, you will gather many useful skills for the real life, of course. You can collect portfolio. You have to collect portfolio works. It's good for you because you can build in your CV these internships, these experiences, and maybe better chance to get a job. The university, I told you, is the biggest private university in Budapest. We have 3 campus buildings. The main one and the oldest one is the Nagy Lajos campus. This is the home of the business-related programs, so business, international relation, marketing, communication, finance. And we have other 2 smaller campus buildings. These are the home of the art-related programs, the Rosa campus and the InfoPark campus. All of our campus buildings location are really good. So not really in the city center, but not in the suburb either. The main public transportation lines are really close to the campus buildings. That's why you can really easily reach any part of Budapest from the campuses. And let's go to the programs, what we can offer to you. We have preparatory programs. It means that if you cannot start the normal program, we're always offering a preparatory semester or year for the student. But please keep in mind that these programs, you are not able to directly apply. You have to participate in a Zoom interview. And if you completed the Zoom interview, our admission team will, of course, evaluate your presentation, your performance at the Zoom interview. And if your English knowledge is not enough to start a normal program, we will offer you an English preparatory semester or an English preparatory year. And now from this coming fall intake, we will have a really intensive English semester as well. For those students who, let's say, their English knowledge is lower than B1. For the master student, because there is always a credit check. So before the master program, we are always sending your previous degree to our academic part and for the professors, and they are checking how many credits you collected. And if the credits are not enough to start the normal program, we will offer you a pre-master semester, and you can collect the missing credits, and then you can join to the normal program. And from now, this is a new thing as well. Because before art programs, there is a portfolio work you have to upload, a few works from your works. And if the portfolio is not enough to start the art program, we will offer an art preparatory semester, and you can increase and develop your skills in art. But these programs, keep in mind the preparatory programs, as I told you, you are not able to apply directly. It is a recommendation after the Zoom interview by our admission team. What kind of program we can offer you on bachelor level in in business? It is business administration and management, commerce and marketing, communication and media science, international relation, tourism and catering, finance and accounting, human resource, and international business economics. All these programs, or you should know that all these bachelor programs last for 3 years and 3 years and a half, so 6 or 7 semesters. Of course, there are some exceptions. In this case, there is an internship, mandatory internship year in the program. And you can see the tuition fees of the programs, these fees per semester fees. So you can calculate that if the programs last for, let's say, 3 years, 6 semesters, you can calculate what will be the fees if you would like to complete the program. On master level, what we can offer in business, management and leadership, marketing and media studies, tourism management, MBA, business development and human resource on a master level. The master programs last for 2 years, so includes 4 semesters. And important that the business-related programs start 2 times in a year, in September and in February. So if you miss the fall intake or the spring intake, of course you can postpone, you can defer to the next intake, because these programs start every intake, 2 times in a year. What we can offer on art, on bachelor level: animation, environmental design, graphic design, film and media studies, design culture, photography and media design. And the art programs last for 3 years. So this is the same in case of all programs. These programs include 6 semesters. Important information that the art programs start only in September, but now the September intake is open, so you can apply any of our art programs, because in the September intakes, all of them will start. The master programs on art and design management, animation, media design, fashion and textile design, graphic design, and photography. And similar to the business-related programs, the art programs last for 2 years, so includes 4 semesters. And we reach the most important from your side, the application procedure. It's really important. The most important requirement is the GPA, so your average school result. And now it's lower than the previous year, so you can apply to our university from 50% of GPA. The process in case of the English certificate requirement is the same as it was the last years, that we do not need English certificate, just the certificate itself. Of course, you have to talk, or you have to have the English knowledge, because all the programs will be taught in English. So it's a recommendation from our side. If any of you will apply to a bachelor level, your English knowledge should be equivalent with IELTS 5.5. In case of master level, it should be equivalent with IELTS 6.0, but we do not need the certificate itself. And if you need any certificate for the visa, our admission team can issue an English certificate and successful visa process. About the study gap, many times you have questions. In the case of bachelor student, it should be between 3 and 5 years, and in case of master student, the study gap should be between 5 and 8 years. Of course, there are some individual cases, because the admission team all the application individually, so sometimes there could be some exceptions. In this case, you have to have a really motivation to a full program, because you have to know that all of our programs are not a full program. It's not a correspondent program. So that's why I'm telling you that in this case, you have to have a really good motivation letter why you would like to come back and study on a full program at the university. It's not just important for us, but of course for the visa process, it's really important to explain, let's say after 6 or 7 or 8 years, why you would like to go back and study in a full-time program. So when you wrote everything,
do we need English proficiency in our visa processing?
I think it's an advantage. For the visa, it's an advantage if you have the certificate. IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo, any kind of certificate. So for the visa process, it's an advantage. But for us to apply to our university is not a mandatory requirement.
Okay. Do I have to try?
For the visa, I'm not sure. Maybe Study First Info can have what kind of certificates are accepted for the visa, but it could be an advantage.
Okay, ma'am. I wanted to ask you something regarding the qualifications that I have.
So shall I go with the presentation, and after it we can discuss the question, right?
It will be better for us.
Okay. So the first step. if everything, the admission team will send you a link to book an appointment for the Zoom interview, because the Zoom interview is a mandatory step in our admission process, because as I told you, we have to check your English knowledge because we do not need the certificate. There are some bachelor programs. It's important to mention that only in case of bachelor programs, you have to write a test if your GPA is between 60 and 69%. Under 60%, we will offer you a foundation pre-semester to increase your math knowledge, and above 69%, so from 70%, we consider you that you have the math knowledge. So in this case, you don't have to write the math test, because you consider that you have the math knowledge to start or to join to the normal program. So the math test is mandatory only if the GPA is between 60 and 69%, and before these 4 bachelor program: business administration and management, commerce and marketing, tourism and catering, and finance and accounting, because there will be math related subjects. That's why you have to have the knowledge, because otherwise you will have a failure, so we'll be disappointed, it will be hard. So that's why we are always checking the math knowledge of the student. We have a sample math test. It includes 25 questions with a solution. Study First Info, of course, have this sample math test, so they can share it with you. It's important to the questions and the solution. Of course, the questions will not be the same, but we will be similar. You will get 10 questions with multiple choice option, and you will have 30 minutes to complete the questions. If you completed the math test, immediately after that, a part of the test, before it was 30 minutes, now it is just 15 minutes, but the parts are the same. The first part, you have to talk, or you can talk about yourself, about your country, about your hobbies. But the most important part from our respect is the personal motivation. So why you choose Hungary, why you choose the Budapest Metropolitan University, why you choose the program, the chosen programs. For me, you should know a few words that what are you planning to study there? After the graduation, what kind of job would you like to get, or business would you like to start? So the personal motivation, and you can count program-related questions as well. And this is the most important part of the oral part. The last part is the basic knowledge about the registration fee. So it's mistyped here. It is 300 euro altogether. You have to pay the 200 euro registration fee. That's the application. So immediately after setting the registration, the application, sorry, there will be 200 euro registration fee, and the end of the admission process, there will be 100 euro. There are 2 fees you have to pay mandatory to get our final acceptance letter. This is the application fee, 300 euro, which is from registration fee and enrollment fee, and the tuition fee for the first year. So it is between 6,000 and 10,000 euro in case of bachelor programs, and between 7,000 and 10,000 euro in case of the master programs. So these are the 2 fees you have to pay to get our final acceptance letter. But of course, you have to indicate after the Zoom interview if you will need a dormitory from the university, if you need visa assistance from the university, or if you need healthcare insurance from the university. Only if indicated with yes, no, can our admission team consider the conditional acceptance letter for you. If you need the maybe you have to pay a dormitory deposit. You can see what is the first month rental fee, but you have to pay 3 months rental fee when you are booking the room and the dormitory. The visa assistance fee is €150. This is non-refundable. This is a documentation check by our legal advisor. Before the visa interview, when you collected all the documentation for the visa, of course, you can send it to our admission team. They will forward it to our legal advisor, and she will read it through. And of course, as she available for the regulation, the admission restriction, of course, she will know if the first info is after many successfully completed visa process. Of course, definitely they can help you with the visa process as well. The healthcare insurance is €150. This is for 6 months, but of course, this is not a mandatory fee either to pay or to accept. The deadlines for the application, without early bird discount, it is the end of June. With early bird discount, which is 10% discount, from the first year tuition fee is the end of April, the 30th of April. And I have to mention that we have a webinar discount for you. If you submit the application in 2 weeks after this webinar, and you mention Study First Info name, because they are the consultancy who organize this webinar to you to get information, a detailed information about us. So you have to mention their name as well. And you will be eligible for 10% discount from the first year tuition fee. So it's important, after the first year, you will be eligible for the 10% webinar discount if you submit the application 2 weeks from now, and if you mention the name during the application. I do have a dormitory. It is CU Residence Center. It's a really big dormitory with swimming pool, sauna, gym, restaurant inside. It's also the main to the Nagyváros campus, main campus. It's 3 bus stops from there, so it's around 10 minutes by bus. It's really close, really big, and because it has many facilities, so gyms, something like live there. What scholarship we can offer you? We have an excellent scholarship. 13 new students can get this scholarship. The admission team can award the student. They will check your English knowledge, or your interview result, and the GPA. And because this is a merit-based scholarship, the GPA should be minimum 90% to be awarded to the scholarship. And important to know that if you submit the application at one time, you can get only 2 discounts. So you can use the webinar discount, you can use the excellent scholarship discount, or the variable discount is an automatic discount. So keep in mind that at one time you can get only 2 discounts from the tuition fee. And I mentioned that we have the member of the Erasmus mobility programs. We have more than 200 partner universities all over the world. You can apply from the second year. The first year you can study German, French, Spanish, Swedish for free of charge. You can add these classes to your timetable. And from the second year, you can apply for the Erasmus program. We have an Erasmus team at the university. They can help you with the process, scholarship during the program. You can collect credits during the program, and the most important, you have to pay the same tuition fee as you know which university to choose as a destination for your studies. And that's all. If you have any question, of course, we can discuss it from now.
Ma'am, how much visa ratio at the moment or an acceptance rate in Budapest University compared to other European university?
Sorry, just can you repeat the question?
Okay, ma'am. How much acceptance rate at the moment in Budapest University compared to other European universities?
In Budapest? So I can just tell you what was the last fall intake numbers. So our university in the 2020, so in this year, in the spring intake and in the fall intake altogether, we have 91 enrolled students from Bangladesh. So it's a really huge number. It's a really good number. It's a really nice number. And I think this is a really, really good acceptance ratio regarding the visa as well. I cannot compare with other European countries, but of course there are many other universities in Hungary, so they are of course welcoming students from Bangladesh as well. But in our university, the student number from Bangladesh now it's a really high. So besides China, this country is the country where we accepted the most students. So in this year, let's say in this 2024, we have 91 enrolled students from Bangladesh, so altogether the spring intake and the fall intake.
Okay.
Okay,
Ma'am,
I
I have a
think
question.
it will be better. Please don't ask any question randomly. So if you have any specific question, just comment on the comment section, on chat section, then we'll pick this. That will be very difficult. So please write the questions, what you want to know. Then I'll pick the question and we'll try to answer the question.
Okay, I have a question about this university.
Between 3 and 5 years.
This is complicated. Yes, if you want.
Thank you more for the first info for this opportunity. So my case is quite unique and complex, I would say. I have completed my both SSC and diploma in electrical engineering back in 2010 and working in the related field. So I have done my SSC from electrical department and in electrical engineering. As a diploma engineer, I'm working in a related field. And is that academic gap, but I have been in the same industry and learning about the microelectronics and electronic circuits and telecommunications. So my question is, am I to apply to Budapest Metropolitan University? And my IELTS score is 7.5, no band less than 7. And I'm also preparing for SAT to polish my math skills.
2016.
No, ma'am. Education was a diploma engineering degree, so I believe I have to apply in a bachelor program.
Bachelor. And when you
Yes.
completed your studies?
It was back in 2015, but in all these years, I was working in the same field of electrical engineering.
So in 2015, so I understood well. So it's a little bit less than 10 years you completed your studies.
Right, ma'am.
So in this case, I'm not sure if you can start a bachelor program because the study gap is really big. So that's why I asked, maybe for the master program, you could get acceptance because in case of master, the study gap should be 5 and 8 years, and the 9 is really close to the 8. But for bachelor programs, unfortunately, it's really, really huge. Even if you are learning by your job and you gather skills by working at companies, but of course, it's not the same in any educational institution.
So
For the
following
bachelor
your
program, it's too big, the study gap.
okay, so following your explanation, could I apply directly in masters with a foundation program then? Since my last education
The
is for
master
40
program,
months.
yes. So if you, it's no matter. I maybe I mentioned or maybe I not. In case of master programs, it's no matter what is your previous degree, because if the credits are not enough, it's the most important thing. You have the 50% of GPA, and if you have it, and your credits are not enough to start up. Let's say you completed your study at engineering and you would like to study, let's say, in marketing on a master level, there is a foundation program. If your credits are not enough to start the normal program, we will automatically offer you a foundation pre-master program. So yes, to master programs you can apply no matter which is your previous degree, because if the credits are not enough to start the normal program, so you start the normal semester from the first semester, we will offer you this pre-master program to collect the missing credits. So I recommend you to apply with your degree to a master, to a bachelor degree with a master program.
So I have to apply to master's degree with a bachelor program, right?
Yes, yes. Yes, because if you're applying for a bachelor program, we need a high school degree. And if you're applying for a master programs, we need a bachelor degree. So you have the bachelor degree, you are eligible to apply for the master, even if the curriculum was completely different. So you studied engineering instead of marketing, let's say. It's no problem, because if you have the minimum GPA requirement, which is 50%, you can apply to the master, and if your credits are not enough, we will offer you a pre-master semester.
Oh, it's great. So, ma'am, I have 78.75% mark in my last education. So, if I apply in masters, then I believe, according to my last education, so you will be offering me a pre-masters program, and from that I will be able to switch to directly masters program, right?
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm really grateful for your precious time.
You are welcome.
Ma'am, I have a little question.
Yes.
First of all, I want to say thank you for giving me the chance to ask you a question. My question is, I have done my higher secondary school certificate from business background in 2024, yeah, this year. I found a government college with 90% mark, and I'm willing to apply in to the university without IELTS. Ma'am, is it possible?
Yes. We do not need the IELTS as a required document to upload during the application. That's why we have the Zoom interview. So our admission team will test your English knowledge. And we need a certificate for the visa. We can issue a certificate, but you know that the visa process is the IELTS is always an advantage, even if we are not required as a mandatory upload document.
Yeah, ma'am, I understand. Ma'am, is that possible? And how is the acceptance rate with IELTS?
It's not a problem for us. If you can speak English and others can speak English, you will be accepted. So for us, it's no matter if the student have the certificate as during the Zoom interview. It can be important at the visa.
Ma'am, another little question just appeared in my mind. That is, ma'am, my my degree and GPA is around 90%. And do I have to participate in the
No, I told you that if your GPA is above 70%, you don't have to attend the math test. You don't have to participate to the math test because we're considering you have knowledge. So the
Yeah.
math test is only mandatory between 60 and 69% of GPA.
Okay, ma'am, that's the answer I accepted from you. And ma'am, I appreciate it. And thank you, ma'am, for giving me
You
the
are,
chance.
you are welcome.
Okay, ma'am. Thank
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a question. Would you give me the chance to speak about that?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Thank you, ma'am, for your precious time. So, ma'am, I have completed my SSC in 2018, and the result was 3.05. And then I took my higher secondary certificate exam in 2020, and the result was 2.83. And recently, I have took my IELTS test, and the result came out like 6.5, no band less than 5.5. And after initially completing my HSC, and then I initially got admitted to our national university, and now I am a student of Bachelor of Social Science and I have just took my second year final exam. So is my profile is enough to apply for Hungary? Would you suggest me something?
Yes, yes, I think because the 60% was 3.0 or 3.5. You would
No,
like to apply
no,
for
no.
a bachelor or a master program?
Yeah. I'm
But I just mentioned that the 60%, if the
Yes,
60%
maybe
is through PO, I think, Jubet, please help me that what is the 50% now, because I don't have the grading system above me, in front of me. Can you help me that what is the exact number from now, from the 50%, what is the exact number of it?
Okay, sure.
Okay,
আমাকে কি শোনা যাচ্ছে ক্লিয়ারলি?
হ্যাঁ ভাইয়া বলেন।
আচ্ছা, সো এখানে 50% এবং 60% এর যে সিজিপিএটা,
জি।
50% হচ্ছে আমাদের যে এসএসসি এবং এইচএসসি আছে। সো এসএসসি এবং
জি।
এইচএসসি টোটাল হাইয়েস্ট হচ্ছে জিপিএ 5। সো আমরা যদি 50% কাউন্ট করি তাহলে সেটা হচ্ছে 3। সো 3 হচ্ছে আউট অফ 5 এর মধ্যে হচ্ছে 50%, 60% হচ্ছে 3.5। সো আপনাদের যাদের এসএসসি, এইচএসসি, অনার্স অথবা যে কোনো যে ট্রান্সক্রিপ্ট আছে বা মার্কশিট আছে, সেই মার্কশিটের উপরের দিকে রাইট সাইডে অথবা লেফট সাইডে দেখবেন আপনাদের যে গ্রেডিং সিস্টেম আছে সিজিপিএ, ওইখানে পার্সেন্টেজটা লেখা আছে, যেমন 52, 50% থেকে 59%, বা 60 থেকে 69%, 70 থেকে 79%, এরকম ভাবে পার্সেন্টেজ দেওয়া আছে। তো বিশেষ করে যেগুলা আমাদের ন্যাশনাল কলেজ বা ইউনিভার্সিটিজ আছে সেগুলাতে সবগুলার সিজিপিএ সিস্টেম সেম। সো 3 হচ্ছে 4 এর মধ্যে, সেটা হচ্ছে আমাদের 60%, এবং 2.7 সামথিং এটা হবে আমাদের 50%। আর যাদের এইচএসসি আছে তাদের সবারই 50% হচ্ছে 3 হলেই সেটা হচ্ছে 50%। আর ম্যাথ টেস্টটা প্রয়োজন হবে যদি আপনার ওইখানে যে সিজিপিএ আছে মেবি আই থিংক 4 হলে, যদি 4 থাকে আপনার তাহলে কোনো ম্যাথ টেস্ট দিতে হবে না। প্রাইভেট ভার্সিটিতে এক এক ধরনের এক একটা ডিপেন্ডস করে, কারণ প্রাইভেট ভার্সিটির সিজিপিএ এর যে পার্সেন্টেজ গুলা এটা ইউনিভার্সিটি টু ইউনিভার্সিটি ভ্যারি করে।
হ্যালো জুবেদ ভাই, আপনার কাছে আমার একটা কোশ্চেন ছিল।
আমরা আপনাদের আরো অন্যান্য কোয়েশ্চেনের আনসার দিব, যেহেতু এখানে ইবাগাল আছে। সো আমরা তার প্রেজেন্টেশনটা শেষ করি, তার কোয়েশ্চেন গুলা নিয়ে নিই, দেন উনি চলে গেলে আমি আপনাদেরকে টাইম দিব।
জি জি জি,
some few remain questions, sir.
Yes, please.
Yeah, okay. So, ma'am, I wanted to ask you that as sir have made me understood the GPA criteria, so I have understood that that I am eligible to apply for that. So I have something like as regards to like my HSC, it was taken 20, and now it's going to be. So do you need to show any kinds of
But yes, the upload as well, so we can see that what you are spending your years during the study gap, if you are working, if you are it can help to be accepting now. So it's all right. So please, in this case, always the detail, the detailed
think
motivation.
I to show any kinds of things. In the okay. Yeah, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have questions. Um, my IELTS will expire before July month because my
No, we don't have any diets for our um, we have online interview, an oral interview, so you can prove your will double check. So this is a good question, but this is a affiliate university, and it's not similar as governmental-owned university. Because I think the Erasmus is free of charge, but as at our university you have to pay the fees. It's no high requirements to apply.
Okay, thank you very much. Just I would like to include a little bit more with your things. So the Erasmus scholarship, it's different things for European Union or Schengen country. So if you are studying in Budapest Metropolitan universities, like for masters or bachelor, there is no problem. You can complete 1 year, 2 semesters degree. So you will collect some credit. It depends on which subject. And then after 1 year, you can contact with your international admission team in Budapest Metropolitan University. They'll give you the proper information how it works. As far as I know, the Erasmus scholarship are actually studying in Europe, any Schengen university like Budapest Metropolitan University. So if you want to study in Germany, for example, if you want to study in Germany, like University, I have done my bachelor's and master's. So if you want to study there, you can study 1 semester or 2 semesters, no problem. Once you're in Germany, you will get some fund or scholarship. It can be 500 euro to 700 euro. So you don't need to pay any tuition fee in Germany, but you have to pay the tuition fee in Budapest Metropolitan University, where you have started your program. So in Germany, you don't need to pay anything. After completing your 1 semester or 1 year, so totally you have completed 2 years degree. So you have total 3 years degree program. So if you can do and you complete your whole degree. Otherwise, you can also transfer or to change your program or something to directly to get the admission in Germany, those university or other university. So this is the very common way how it works. But for the main exactly information, university will give you the proper information. So don't worry about this. And credit transfer is a different issue. So my next question I have from Borash Ghosh. If I complete my higher is there any opportunity to get permanent citizenship or PR, or if I get any job or stay over there 5 years or 10 years?
So as far as I know, if you would like to stay here, first you have to apply for the job seeking visa. And if you find any company who can, of course, who got your application, and they will, you can work with them, start the work permit process. So it's not the university or it's not your responsibility. The company you where you will working at, they will help with the. But with our degree, if you don't want to stay in Hungary, it's a really, really big chance to get any job in the European Union, in the Schengen countries, because our degree is an accredited one, and maybe you can get higher salary there. So it's, if you are thinking to complete the really afford Schengen countries, the passport, residence. So I think it's not an easy thing to get it, but of course it's possible. But to get a job, it's much more easier. So, but it is the company responsibility to start the work permit and to help with the process with the work permit is the company responsibility.
Okay, thank you very much. I have one more question. Is regarding Bangladesh, we are a developing country, so most of our students um, thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
থ্যাংক ইউ ম্যাম।
থ্যাংক ইউ। আমি কোনো কোশ্চেন করতে পারলাম না চলে গেলাম। এই
জুবেদ ভাই
Okay.
একটা কোশ্চেন ছিল
ভাই আমি আপনাকে একটা কোয়েশ্চেন করব।
কোশ্চেন তো আমারও ছিল, তো কোনো কোশ্চেনই করতে পারলাম
আমার
না।
একটা কোশ্চেন আছে।
আমার
আমি
একটা
কোশ্চেন
কোশ্চেন ছিল,
করতে
আমি
পারবো।
তো
মিউট না করেন, আপনারা
লাইনে
যদি
করতেছিলাম, আমি তো কোশ্চেন করতেই পারলাম না।
আপনারা যদি mute না-
আমার তো সত্যি একটা কোশ্চেন ছিল।
হ্যাঁ, আপনার কোয়েশ্চেন ছিল। এখন ঘটনা হচ্ছে আমরা যদি সবগুলা কোয়েশ্চন নিয়ে ওনাকে অ্যাড করি তাহলে মিনিমাম 3 থেকে 4 ঘন্টার প্রয়োজন হবে। উনি আমাকে মাত্র 1 ঘন্টা টাইম দিয়েছেন, তারপরও 15 মিনিট বেশি। সো জাস্ট
ভাইয়া
ওয়ান
কাজের কোশ্চেন তো কেউ করে না।
একটা সেকেন্ড। হ্যাঁ, আমি জানি যে কাজের একই কোয়েশ্চন বারবার যে একজনের স্টাডি গ্যাপ আছে, আমারও সেম কোয়েশ্চন। সো যার কারণে কোয়েশ্চন গুলো
ভাই, আমি আপনাকে একটা কোয়েশ্চেন করব।
অল ওভার দ্য প্রেজেন্টেশন দিয়েছেন, তারপর আমরা সেম কোশ্চেন সবাই করতেছিলাম। বারবার
ভাই
বলতে
ভাই
সেও জিনিস
ভাই আমি আপনাকে একটা কোয়েশ্চেন করব ভাই।
থাকলে কি ওখানে এমএসসি তে অ্যাপ্লাই করা যাবে?
আচ্ছা, ওকে। এক সেকেন্ড
ভাইয়া।
ওকে, পারফেক্ট।
ভাই,
ওকে,
একটা
এখন
question ছিল, ভাই,
আমি বলি,
একটা
আপনার
question-
এভাবে হবে না। আমি আপনাদেরকে
ভাই,
শুধু
একটা কোশ্চেন ছিল।
ভাই
একজন
আপনি
একজন প্রশ্ন করেন।
ভাই, একটা কোশ্চেন ছিল।
শুধু শুধু কথা বলবো।
কি অবস্থা রে ভাই এখন করতেছেন?
ভাই, একটা কোশ্চেন ছিল।
ভাই, আপনি একটা কোয়েশ্চেন হ্যান্ড রাইট করে রাখেন, আমি আপনাকে
না বললে তো ভাই, আপনি যে এই যে
আপনি সবাইকে মিউট করেন।
একজন করে করেন ভাই, এসব কি শুরু করছেন?
জুবেদ ভাই আপনি সবাইকে মিউট করে দেন, তাইলেই হয়।
সবাইকে মিউট করেন।
জানা ভাই আপনি নিজেই মিউট হয়ে গেছেন
ভাই আপনার কথা শুনতেছি না আমরা।
আর আমার কোশ্চেনটা হলো যে আমার এইচএসসি কমপ্লিট করছি আমি 2019 সালে। এখন কি ব্যাচেলর জন্য দেওয়া যাবে? আর আমি আমার রানিং আছে ডিগ্রি হচ্ছে সেকেন্ড ইয়ার কমপ্লিট, থার্ড ইয়ার রানিং আছে বাংলাদেশে 3 বছরের যে ব্যাচেলর ডিগ্রি এটা আমি থার্ড ইয়ার রানিং এ আছে। এখন থার্ড ইয়ারে মানে অনেকে বলতেছে 3 বছরের ডিগ্রি কমপ্লিট করার পরে নাকি আপনার মাস্টার্সের জন্য বাইরে দেওয়া যায় না। এখন কি 3 বছর
ডিগ্রি করে তো আমাদের অনেক স্টুডেন্ট হাঙ্গেরিতে গিয়েছে, সো এখানে 3 বছর ডিগ্রি কমপ্লিট করে আপনি অ্যাপ্লাই করতে পারবেন।
আর আরেকটা কোশ্চেন হচ্ছে যে আমি 2019 সালে কমপ্লিট করেছি আমার এসএসসি এক্সাম। এখন কি আমি কি ব্যাচেলরের জন্য আবেদন করতে পারবো যদি যেতে চাই?
আপনার এইচএসসি কমপ্লিট করছেন কবে?
2019।
19 হ্যাঁ করা যায়, যদিও 5 ইয়ার্স এর কাছাকাছি, 5 ইয়ার্স এর বেশি হয়ে যায়, বাট জব এক্সপেরিয়েন্স দেখিয়ে ট্রাই করা যায়।
আমার অলরেডি জব এক্সপেরিয়েন্স আছে স্যার, আমি ফুল টাইম
আচ্ছা ভাই আমার একটা কোশ্চেন আছে।
ওকে নেক্সট হচ্ছে কাজী হুসাইন ইশাদ ভাই।
ভাই হ্যালো।
হ্যাঁ কাজী হুসাইন ইশাদ ভাই প্রশ্ন করেন।
ভাই হচ্ছে আমার প্রশ্নটা হচ্ছে
ভাই আপনাকে তো আমি বলি নাই, কাজী হুসাইন ইশাদ ভাই প্রশ্ন করেন, আর যদি না থাকেন তাহলে সাফায়াত রহমান।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম ভাইয়া।
হ্যাঁ ওয়ালাইকুম সালাম।
ভাই আমার একটা কোশ্চেন ছিল, আসলে আমি আমার বিএসসি এবং ডিগ্রি কমপ্লিট করছি হচ্ছে ইলেকট্রিক্যাল থেকে আর কি, ইলেকট্রিক্যাল আর ইলেকট্রনিক্স থেকে। আর বর্তমানে আমি চাকরি করছি একটা কল সেন্টারে আছি, দ্যাট মিনস এটা ইঞ্জিনিয়ার সেক্টরেরই, আইটি নেটওয়ার্কিং আর কি, টেলিকমিউনিকেশন সেক্টরে। তো এখন হচ্ছে আমাকে হচ্ছে এসআইডি ফার্স্ট থেকে আমাকে রিকগনাইজ, দ্যাট মিনস হচ্ছে আমাকে অফার করা হয়েছিল যে বুদাপেস্ট মিডিয়া এন্ড কমিউনিকেশনে যদি অ্যাপ্লিকেশন করি সেক্ষেত্রে আমার বিশের ইস্যুটা অনেক ভালো হবে, বা সেক্ষেত্রে পড়ালেখা মানে বাংলাদেশ থেকে মোটামুটি বিশ্বে ভালো হচ্ছে আর কি হাঙ্গেরিতে। আর আদার্স সাবজেক্ট গুলোতে দেখা যাচ্ছে কি বিশ্বের রিজেকশনটা অনেক বেশি, অথবা দেখা যায় কি সবাই সুযোগ পায় না। সেক্ষেত্রে আমার ডিপ্লোমাতে হচ্ছে 3.09 আর এসএসসি তে 4.50।
ভাই আপনাদেরকে বলার পরও আপনারা নোটিস করেন তাহলে কি হবে? আচ্ছা ভাই একটা পেন আমি রিমুভ করে ডান। আচ্ছা সো এরপর হচ্ছে ইন্টারভিউ। সো আমরা যে কাজটা করি বা আমরা যে সিস্টেমে স্টুডেন্টদেরকে রেডি করি এটা হচ্ছে হচ্ছে যে আমাদের 15 তারিখ থেকে ক্লাস শুরু হবে। সো 15 তারিখ থেকে আমাদের কিসের ক্লাস শুরু হবে? 15 তারিখ থেকে আমাদের ক্লাস হবে ইন্টারভিউ এর ক্লাস। ইউনিভার্সিটিতে আপনার যে ইন্টারভিউটা দিতে হবে, ম্যাম যেটা বললো যে আপনাকে জুম ইন্টারভিউ দিতে হবে। সো সেই জুম ইন্টারভিউ এর ক্লাসটা আমাদের 15 তারিখ থেকে শুরু হবে। সো সপ্তাহে 2 দিন, ডিপেন্ডস অনুযায়ী আমরা সেটা 3 দিনেও করব। তো যারা যে যে ভার্সিটিতে আবেদন করবেন, যে যে সাবজেক্টে আবেদন করবেন, এই বিষয় নিয়ে আপনাদেরকে মেইন যে ইউনিভার্সিটি ইন্টারভিউটা দেওয়া হয় এটার জন্য আপনাদেরকে প্র্যাকটিস করানো হবে। সো এইটার পরে আমরা আপনাদের 1-to-1 ইন্টারভিউ নিব। আমাদের যে ইনস্ট্রাক্টর আছে বা টিম আছে তারা আপনার সাথে ডেমো ইন্টারভিউ নেবে জুমে 1-to-1। যখন সে দেখবে আপনি এলিজেবল, সেই মেইন ইন্টারভিউ দিলে পাস করবেন, তখন আপনি ইউনিভার্সিটিতে ইন্টারভিউ দিবেন। এবং আমাদের রেশিও যদি বলি, ইউনিভার্সিটিতে চান্স পাওয়ার রেশিও মোটামুটি 95%। অর্থাৎ 100 জন মানুষের যদি ইন্টারভিউ দেয় তার মধ্যে 95 জন স্টুডেন্টই ডিরেক্টলি পাস করে। 4 থেকে 5 জন স্টুডেন্ট থাকে যারা সামহাও হয়তো ম্যাথে ফেল করে ফেলে অথবা নার্ভাসের কারণে অনেক সময় তাদেরকে রিজেক্ট করে ফেলে, বাট খুবই কম, সেটা 2 থেকে 3%, রেয়ার কেস। আচ্ছা, এটা হচ্ছে মেজর পার্ট আপনার স্টার্টিং এর জন্য। দেন হচ্ছে ইউনিভার্সিটিতে বা এমবাসিতে একটা কমন একটা কোয়েশ্চেন অনেকেই করেন যে কোন সাবজেক্টে ভিসা রেশিও বেশি। অ্যাকচুয়ালি এটা এই ধরনের কোনো কিছু কেউ জানে না। ইউনিভার্সিটিকে যদি বলেন সেটাও সেই বিষয়ে তারা কোনো আনসার দেবে না, কারণ সাবজেক্টের উপর ডিপেন্ডস করে ভিসা রেশিও হতে পারে না। সো এখন ঘটনা হচ্ছে আমরা এই যে একটা প্রচলিত একটা কথা আছে যে এই কান্ট্রিতে ভিসা রেশিও বেশি, এই কান্ট্রিতে ভিসা রেশিও বেশি। অ্যাকচুয়ালি অনেকগুলা অনেক কিছুর উপর ডিপেন্ডস করে। অনেক ইউনিভার্সিটি করে আমরা আপনাদের সাথে শেয়ার করতে পারি না। সো মেইন যে রিজন বা ভিসা রিজেক্ট হওয়ার যে মেইন কারণ সেটা হচ্ছে ইংলিশ। সো এখানে এটার মানে এই না যে আমার আইএলস নাই ভিসা হবে না, বা আমার আইএলস আছে ভিসা হবে, এরকম কোনো কিছু নাই। আপনি যদি ওইখানে গিয়ে প্রপারলি প্রেজেন্টেশন ঠিকমতো দিতে পারেন তাহলে ভিসা হবে, তারা ভিসা দেওয়াই আপনাকে আসছে। এখানে কোনো পক্ষপাতিত্ব নাই যে আপনি কোন দল করেন, কি করেন। আপনার স্টুডেন্ট আপনার প্রোফাইল দেখে তারা ভিসা দিবে। আর ইংলিশ সেকেন্ড হচ্ছে আপনার ডকুমেন্টস, আপনি যে ডকুমেন্টস গুলো দিয়েছেন কোনো মিসিং ডকুমেন্ট আছে কিনা বা অন্য কোনো বিষয় আছে কিনা, এই বিষয়গুলো তারা দেখবে। মেইনলি হচ্ছে আপনার ইন্টারভিউ এবং আপনার ইংলিশকে ভিসা হবে কিনা। আমাদের যদি কিন্তু ভিসা হইছে মাস্টার্সে 5 বছর কিন্তু ব্যাচেলরের ভিসা হইছে। অতএব এইরকম কোনো বিষয় না বাট অনেক স্টুডেন্টের ভালো ইংলিশ থাকার কারণে অনেকে রিজেক্ট হয়ে যায়, দিয়ে ভুল আনসার দিয়ে দিতে পারেন, অনেকে মুখস্থ করে বলে দিলেন। মোটিভেশন আপনার গোল লিখছেন একটা, আমি এই কারণে স্টাডি করতে চাই, এই আমার শোনা এবং ভিশন, বাট দেখা গেল আপনি ইন্টারভিউ গিয়ে অন্য কথা বললেন। সো এইসব কারণেও কিন্তু ভিসা রিজেক্ট হয়। আর অন্য কান্ট্রির সাথে যদি হাঙ্গেরি কম্পেয়ার করেন, আমরা অন্য কান্ট্রি নিয়ে যেহেতু কাজ করি না, যেমন মাল্টা বলেন, তারপর বুলগারিয়া বলেন, ক্রোয়েশিয়া বলেন, আদার যে কান্ট্রিজ গুলা বলেন, যেহেতু ওইসব কান্ট্রিজ নিয়ে আমরা কাজ করি না, অতএব ওইসব কান্ট্রির সাথে আমরা কম্পেয়ার করতে পারবো না। ফেসবুকে কে কি বললো, কোন হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ গ্রুপে কি কি বললো, কোন পেজে কি কি বললো, এটার উপর ডিপেন্ডস করে কোনো সিদ্ধান্ত আমরা এটলিস্ট নিতে পারি না। যদি আমরা অন্য কান্ট্রি নিয়ে কাজ করতাম তাহলে আমরা একটা কম্পেয়ার করতে পারতাম যে হাঙ্গেরি রিজেক্ট যে হয় না তা না, প্রায় 10 থেকে সবচেয়ে বেশি যে রিজনে রিজেক্ট হয়েছে সেটা ছিল আমাদের ইংলিশের কারণে। যে কি ইংলিশে উইকনেস ছিল, একজনের ইংলিশের উইকনেস রিজেক্ট করতে প্রবলেম, এবং প্রবলেম। আমরা লয়ার দিয়ে আপিল করে ইন্টারভিউ দেয় প্রতি সেমিস্টারে, সো এখান থেকে 100% স্টুডেন্টের ভিসা হবে না, এটা কোনো কান্ট্রিতেই না, ডেনমার্কেও না, জার্মানিতেও না, কোন কান্ট্রিতে এবং সাইপ্রাসের ভিসা রেশিও খুব বেশি হতো, কোন একটা তার অফার লেটার কোন একটা এজেন্সি দিয়ে করাইছে, সেটা লেটার দিয়ে